Okay, after a couple of days of euphoria, India beating Pakistan in New York in the most sensational manner, we are back to India facing the hosts, US, and it'll probably be a reality check for India going ahead. The last of the matches that they are going to play in New York. And I would like to get my guests in at this hour, former India cricketer Abhishek Nair and former Test cricketer Ashok Malhotra. Ashok, let me come to you and really do a deep dive into after the euphoria. What is it the first thing that Rohit Sharma would be wanting to address?
He must have told his team not to get complacent, because from a high you can get down to a low, because it's a 20-over game, so anything can happen. But the fact is, he's a very cool and composed captain. He will not get overexcited by winning against Pakistan, and so he must have told them to calm down, guys. We have done a good job. We've done a great job, but now the real World Cup starts. We have beaten Pakistan. For India, it is like winning the World Cup. But the fact is, World Cup is still to be won.
But will they consider USA as a real deal? Will Indian team consider?
I think so, Rika, because they've beaten Pakistan. You can't. They are no more underdogs. They are the surprise package of this tournament. They are playing first time a ICC tournament, and how?
Abhishek, you are from the Mumbai circuit. I will really have to throw this question to you about Saurav Netravalkar. Tell us a little bit about that boy. How much have you seen? How much have you seen in him in the Mumbai circuit?
Well, I've actually played a lot with him. He played for the same company. Yeah. He played for the same company that I played for, BPCL. He also played a lot of cricket for Mumbai with me when you have these local tournaments. So I played actually a lot of cricket with him. I can proudly now say I was one of the guys who gave him the letter of recommendation when he was going to the US first. So I think that the recommendation has sort of worked for him in the future. So I'm really happy to see Saurabh do what he's done. I still remember his struggles when he first went to the US. Cricket wasn't there. And for the first couple of years, he went to Cornell University, studied his engineering there. And once he finished his master's, post that, he was still contemplating, should I play cricket or not? So I remember having a conversation with him then where he said, there is cricket on the weekends, but that means I have to train through the week. So I need to work all day, then go to the gym in the evening. And he had started that then. So a lot of people see the glory with Netravalkar, Harmeet playing for USA, but he's toiled for a lot of years. He's gone through the hardships of not having great facilities, going and practicing in normal parks, not having a pitch to bowl on, practicing on AstroTurf, and then still working hard to now evolving and becoming a household name around the world because of what he's done against Pakistan. And I'm very happy because he's genuinely a very sweet, nice kid, a hardworking kid, very diligent. I can promise you he'd have sat hours and gone through every video of every Indian batter, coming up with plans, what I'm going to bowl to them, what can work, what cannot work. He's someone who's very thorough in all of that. So I'm very happy and very pleased, although I don't want him to do exceedingly well against India. But even if he does, I'll be very happy because he deserves it. He's really put in a lot of effort to be at the big stage.
Abhishek, personally, do you feel vindicated on having given that letter?
Not at all. See, I think in whenever you see someone do well, especially, like I said, because I know who Saurabh Netravalkar is as a person, a lot of people have seen his videos of playing, he used to play the guitar first and playing and singing. That kid is genuinely a very nice kid, and you want good things to happen to kids like that. You want them to go and succeed wherever it is, against whoever it is. So to a certain level, I'm very happy internally for him, his family who sacrificed so much for him to just be there and get the opportunity.
Okay, we also have former India cricketer Ritender Singh Sodhi with us. Ritender, we've been discussing one of your breed, Saurav Netravalkar, and Abhishek was telling us how, in fact, he wrote a letter for Saurabh when he went to the US, and the rest is history. He has done fantastically against Pakistan, and we're all waiting to see him charge in against India. Tell us a little bit about what you thought of having seen him and what you saw of him.
Look, this is huge. I was at backstage, but I was able to hear Abhishek pretty well, and the way he was elaborating about Saurabh, the way he has been toiling all through his life, and that is what. Look, you have not been able to play for India, but then you are playing for your country, USA. That is like we got India cap and he has got the USA cap. So it is equivalent, nothing less, because representing your country is huge. No honor can be bigger than that. Shokipa, Abhishek, myself, we know that. And yes, sir, we'll be watching Saurabh bowling to Rohit, and way Abhishek said, he keeps on watching the videos of India batters. So मैं यही दुआ कर रहा हूँ वो जो videos देख के he should not set plans of how to get Rohit. And Abhishek is very close to Rohit. He's close to Saurabh, but he should not tell Saurabh any plan to how to get Rohit out, because Abhishek is a coach. He might tell him यहाँ से अंदर ले आना ball, यहाँ से बाहर ले जाना. So Abhishek, please don't do that.
मैं बताऊंगा नहीं, लेकिन मैं predict कर सकता हूँ what his first over is going to look like. First 2 balls, bring the ball back in and then take it away. So I can promise you, 2 balls in, 1 ball taking it away from him. Again, he'll try and go if the ball is swinging. Otherwise, he's going to hit the deck and take it away from Rohit. I can tell you.
Oh my God, that is massive. That is massive, Abhishek.
So let's see if the prediction works.
And it's not just one Mumbai boy. There are 2 Mumbai boys out there in the USA team. Ashok ji, let's hear from you about the second one as well. And he has also seen Rohit Sharma very closely. We've been hearing Harmeet Singh's interviews as to how he has seen Rohit Sharma grow from 2006 Under-19 World Cup onto 2007, being part of that World Cup winning team. Would you say that, all this, the USA team might get lost in all of this fanfare because there are so many fanboys on the other side?
Because these are fan moments for these guys. They were dreaming to, all of a sudden Harmeet, who was practicing with Rohit, now competing with him in the World Cup. So he wants to prove a point. He wants to be one up on Rohit. Reputation doesn't count when these kind of events take place, when these kind of tournaments take place, because you want to prove a point. Everybody wants to be one up on them. Like Saurabh, Abhishek is saying he's worked so hard, and he might have some kind of a game plan for Virat and Rohit first up. And so with Harmeet, who wanted to play for Mumbai and then for India. But it didn't happen that way. It's the other way around. He's gone all the way to US of A, and now he's competing with Team India, and that too in the World Cup.
Abhishek, like Saurabh's story has been one of diligence. He said he's been a very good kid, getting his breaks one after the other. Harmeet's hasn't quite been the story. He has had many up and down, and he really has been through that rough and tumble. Tell us how Mumbai cricket really shaped him to be what he is today and become what he is today to be able to play for the US team.
Well, I think Harmeet has a very interesting story. He was once touted to be the next big thing in Indian cricket. I remember very clearly post the
even Bishan Singh Bedi, if I'm not mistaken, said that.
So Ian Chappell had basically given a statement at that point saying that he's the next big thing. Bishan Singh Bedi spoke about him. I remember very vividly that he was immediately drafted into the Duleep Trophy team after the Under-19 World Cup, and he picked up 10 wickets on debut. So he was at that level, I remember, in Chennai at Chepauk. So he's been someone who was rated very highly, also played the IPL for a number of years for different teams. Yes, he went through ups and downs and a few controversies in his career, but he's always been someone who's a hard worker. He's always been someone who's had, at times not been very lucky in the opportunities that he's got, but always been someone who's been rated very highly. Even in the Mumbai circuit, even domestically, he was someone who was rated very highly, and everyone thought that he will represent India because of the fact that he could turn the ball, bowl at a great speed, and could also bat, could also score runs. Unfortunately for him, he went off the radar for a bit in the Mumbai circuit, then went to the USA, started playing club cricket there, got a job, took his wife along, had a lovely baby with her 2 years ago. So it's been a journey for all of these guys. A lot of people just see the cricket behind it. But to do all of that, one of the things he also did was worked at a petrol pump initially in his when he went to the USA just for survival, to now coaching there when he's not playing cricket. So these are wonderful stories behind the scenes that these cricketers go through. So for them to now come up at the world stage with billions of people watching them, I can't tell you how eager they're going to be. You talk about body language. It's going to be 2x of what it was against Pakistan, because they have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. For all the struggles they've been through in their lives, to now come up, against the best in the world and then prove themselves and take these moments of happiness back, I think it's a big thing for all of them, and we can expect an exciting game hopefully tonight.
Ritinder, how big would it be for these cricketers who are also being written about on New York Times, and they probably wouldn't have ever imagined that their names would be out in New York Times, let alone, any other Indian newspaper?
Yeah, Rika, I think that is massive. You have to give it to them, because they went through lots of tough times. Because once, as Abhishek just elaborated about Saurav and Harmeet too, he went through hard times. He was once upon a time a big thing in Indian cricket, a left-arm spinner, forced to reckon with, but he lost his way somehow as he went to USA. And life is not easy when you leave your country. Because you have to see a lot in different perspectives. But coming out there and representing your country, and that too in a World Cup, there might not be the infrastructure which we have, which BCCI provides us in India. But still, I think with all the toiling and hard work, getting a name in the USA side, and now beating Pakistan, facing India. So this has been a story. They deserve all the accolades. They deserve to be in New York Times. But yes, I would not, or even Ashokipa and Abhishek would not love to read tomorrow that Rohit Sharma, LBW Harmeet Singh, and Virat Kohli bowled Saurav. So that article or that should not come in any newspaper around the world. So fingers crossed. But yes, it's a big achievement of by Harmeet and Saurav. Massive.
So in short, we're very happy for them, but we want India to win convincingly.
Absolutely, and for that they also have to get past the captain Monarch Patel, who apparently is from the same village or the same club, if I'm not mistaken, of Akshar Patel. Ashokji, tell us a little bit, knowing Akshar Patel, how much will it help the captain and his team?
See, at least they will be speaking the same language, believe you me. And at the moment they meet, after saying good morning, they'll be in their own lingo. They'll be talking to each other. They will not care who is around them. So, but the fact is, in America, you said they are in a Times newspaper. See, because America loves the winner. America always loves the winner. So that is what they've done. They've given them a winning side. They've given them a winners. They were not hoping for this USA team to do anything in the World Cup. They were there to make numbers. The way they have upset the team, the way they upset Pakistan, former world champion, that has brought them high in the ranks of eyes of the American people. And you might see American people, tomorrow, like the NBAs and other baseball, and you might see a good cricket team coming up, because America is known to back their sportsmen.
Absolutely. Abhishek, let's cast our focus to the other, the opposite opponent or Team India tonight. What is it that, what are the holes that Indian team needs to plug?
Well, I think I wouldn't call it a hole, but I just feel it's a confidence thing. You would want to see the Indian batters get runs. You want the likes of Virat Kohli, Surya Kumar Yadav, Shivam Dube. I've not mentioned Rohit Sharma and Rishabh Pant, because they've already got runs in this tournament. But you want everyone to have runs under the belt. You want them to go into those Super 8s with a lot of confidence. So you want them to score runs. And I always feel when you start scoring runs in tough conditions, when you go into easier conditions, it becomes a lot more easier, because you can play your shots freely. You don't second guess yourself. Your instincts take over really well. So I'm really hoping that before they go to Dallas and up to Florida and then to Barbados, a couple of these Indian batters get some runs under the belt tonight. Shivam Dube, I'm hoping, because two left-arm spinners, big hand, left-hander. We know what he can do against them. So you want guys like Shivam Dubey, the Virat Kohlis to do well, because that then gives you a lot of solidarity with all the great bowling that's already happened to the Indian team.
And you had told us in our last show that you expect Virat Kohli to come well after two rounds of not scoring. This could be tonight could be his night.
Well, we all hope so. I think everyone wants Virat Kohli to score runs. I said that I have a feeling he's going to tempo it today. It's going to take a little more time than he has been in the past, and then try and press the accelerator. I think he's going to come in with that mindset. I can be wrong, but that's just a wild guess that I feel he's going to come in wanting to score runs tonight.
Okay, Ritender, just let's go a little bit batsman by batsman. Ravindra Jadeja, his finishing abilities, do you think that's a bit of a worry for India, and that's where India will need to kind of up their game? They will need Ravindra Jadeja to finish because we don't have MS Dhoni anymore.
Look, Rika, we have to now think ahead. We are playing USA now. We have beaten Pakistan, and definitely we'll be playing the knockout matches, and we have to prepare for that, for those crucial junctures where we have faltered in the World Cups, if we talk about past times, and that is where you prepare well. So I hope that Ravindra Jadeja get in his peak form, and Hardik Pandya should be hitting those sixes when it does matter. Surya Kumar Yadav playing all along the ground when it does matter. Rishabh Pant hitting all sixes. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli hitting their peak form, because that is where, when we play the top-notch games, this will count. And yes, if India can get to that level, climb up to that ladder when Rohit and Virat Kohli will be blazing all cylinders, that's good for us. So I hope that this USA game will not be a tough game. I don't know how much batting we'll get if USA bats first. But first and foremost, we have to win this game. And yes, these guys have toiled hard in the nets. You might not get that batting you want, that match practice in the matches. But whenever that crucial time comes, they have to come big. And fingers crossed, because Indian team has faltered against, if we talk about New Zealand in the World Cup, that MS Dhoni run out when pressure really came to us. And to win a World Cup, you have to go past those pressure situations. You have to be champion all around. And that is what we are hoping with Team India.
I'll just pick up from what Ritender said. Ashokji, Ritender is saying that this is not going to be a difficult match for India. It'll perhaps be an easy one, and they may not get that much of batting. You reckon it's going to be an easy one against USA tonight?
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be a difficult task. India plays very well in the league stage. Rika, all the games we play like world champion till we lose the game, till we lose the knockouts. We look like a world champion team. Everybody say, even the last World Cup we were winning it all the way. The entire country was behind them, and all of a sudden the bottom fell off. So that is what happened. We keep talking South Africa, the chokers. I think we also choke a bit when it comes to the knockout stage. When the big stage comes, the league stage, we are playing like champions. But when the big stage comes, we struggle a bit. And I hope it is not the bowlers who bail us out every time, because batsmen will have to come to the party. They are big names: Virat, Rohit, Surya, Rishabh. All of them are big names. So they have to start scoring runs. Good wicket, bad wicket, I don't care. You have to get runs.
Yes, Ritender.
Yeah, just want to add on what Choki Baji said. We have to prepare for the bigger matches from here on, and we need not be on cloud nine. We bowled really well. Our bowlers managed to get us through Pakistan. But yes, batting has been a sort of worry, and I'm sure as coaches, Rahul Dravid, Vikram Rathore will be worried somehow, because they also know when it matters, the Indian team has to come good, and that is where we have faltered. So yes, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm sure that whatever mistake we have done in the crucial junctures during past World Cups, that will not happen this time, and we will come up with flying colors and win this World Cup.
Abhishek, we spoke about Ravindra Jadeja, his finishing abilities that India will be looking forward to. The other man we'll have to talk about is Hardik Pandya. I think between Pandya and Jadeja, India will hope to finish things off and not leave it to Akshar Patel. Do you think, Hardik needs to do something to be able to up his confidence in terms of finishing of games?
So I've always believed, the finishing role is a role where you're going to fail a lot, but you need to have the mentality to approach it like you're going to succeed. So when someone like a Hardik Pandya approaches this game, he needs to approach like he's going to succeed because he hasn't succeeded in the recent past. He hasn't through the IPL, even in the last game that he batted. The stage was set for him to go, but he couldn't execute that well. So, like I said, I'm hoping that some of these guys can actually go out today and get some runs for themselves and that confidence so that when they approach the next time under pressure in a must-win game, they can do it with ease. So somewhere I feel, as the tournament progresses, games like that, the next two games is where you want the likes of a Hardik Pandya, you want the likes of a Ravindra Jadeja to go in and score runs. So if anything, promote them up the order, not an Akshar Patel, because if they get runs like an Akshar has, they're going to get that confidence into the must-win games.
Right. Before we wrap up, from all of you, let me get your X factors, one each from both teams for tonight, and I'll start with Ashokji.
I'll go with Bumrah. My go-to man is Bumrah. So for India, and maybe Saurav from US of A.
Both the fast bowlers. Abhishek, for you?
So my X factor is going to be someone that I hope does well. So I'm going to kind of put my money on someone like Shivam Dube. Hopefully he can turn up today. And in terms of USA, I think a key player for them is going to be Aaron Jones.
Right. And he is if I'm not mistaken, he's the top run scorer of the World Cup till now.
So he's done bulk of the scoring for them. So, I'm guessing he's the man they're going to look out for. So I'm not going to go with Harmeet and Saurabh. I'm going to go with Aaron.
And no one had spoken about Corey Anderson. I remember Corey Anderson in 2014 when he was making his debut. All of us were waking up to the news. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's someone who's dangerous, but he comes lower down and he'll have to face someone like a Bumrah, which is not going to be easy in these conditions. So I'm always going to kind of resort to someone who's batting up the order. I feel Aaron can, with the kind of form he is going to be important for them.
Ritinder, for you?
For me, it has to be Virat Kohli because if he gets runs today, he will get that much needed confidence, which he already have. But yes, getting in the World Cup, it will help us in the coming matches. And for USA, it has to be Harmeet Singh. Harmeet Singh ko ek hi wicket mile. If he gets 2-3, we'll be in trouble. So ek wicket to uski banti hai.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. And we are going to count down to that game between the hosts, USA and India, the fanboys versus the superstars of world cricket. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.